budgeting is making you broke, and you're too busy tracking every dollar to notice. If you've ever made a budget, stuck with it for 2 weeks, then blown $200 on something stupid, this is why. You're not bad with money, your system is broken. And by the end of this video, you'll see exactly why budgeting fails even people who do everything right and what the top 1% do instead. But here's the part nobody wants to admit. Budgeting is a diet for your wallet. And just like diets, it fails 92% of the time. That's not a metaphor. That's how your brain actually works. Researchers at the University of Toronto studied people who restricted their spending the same way dieters restrict calories. Exact same psychological pattern. Restriction, guilt, binge, repeat. They call it the "what the hell" effect. You go over budget by $15 on Tuesday, and your brain says, well, the budget's already ruined. Might as well order Uber Eats tonight and buy those shoes and get that subscription you've been eyeing. One small slip becomes a full collapse. Sound familiar? Except it's not a willpower problem. It's a design problem. Budgets are built on restriction, and your brain is wired to fight restriction with everything it has. Think about it. Every time you open that budgeting app and see a red number, your brain releases cortisol, stress hormone, the same chemical that floods your body when a predator is chasing you. Your brain treats a budget overage like a survival threat. And what does your brain do under threat? It panics. It seeks comfort. It spends. And it gets worse. But this isn't even the real problem, so what is? The real problem is what everyone tells you to do about it. You've heard the advice 1,000 times. Stop buying $5 lattes, cancel your subscriptions, pack your lunch. Here's the problem with that. If you buy a $5 latte every single day for an entire year, that's $1,825. In a decade, with investment returns, maybe $25,000. Sounds like a lot, until you realize that the average American's lifetime earnings are $1.7 million. You just spent 10 years of discipline to save 1.5% of your total income. And that's when everything changes. Because the latte is not the problem. Your income is the problem. Then why does nobody talk about this? Because it's easier to blame the $5 coffee than to face the real issue. You don't have a spending problem, you have an earning problem. The rich don't budget. I need you to really hear that. They don't sit there categorizing groceries and entertainment. They don't use apps to track whether they spent too much on gas this month. So what do they actually do? They build systems. A system is not a budget. A budget says, don't spend more than $400 on food. A system says, every dollar that enters my life has a job before it arrives. Savings move automatically. Investments happen without a decision. Bills pay themselves. The difference is huge. A budget requires willpower every single day. A system requires one decision, once. And this is where most people lose the game completely. Because even if you switch to a system, there's a force working against you that most people have never heard of. There's a law in economics called Parkinson's law. It says expenses expand to fill whatever income is available. Make $3,000 a month? You'll spend $3,000. Get a raise to $4,000? Give it 6 months. You'll spend $4,000. This is not because you're irresponsible. It's because your brain adjusts to a new normal faster than you think, which means no budget can keep up. Psychologists call it hedonic adaptation. The $2,000 apartment feels cramped after you've lived in the $2,500 one. The basic car feels embarrassing after your coworker gets a new one. A budget can't fight hedonic adaptation, but a system can. Because with a system, the raise never hits your spending account. It goes straight to investments before you can adapt to having it. You can't miss what you never had. Here's proof. A study published in the Journal of Financial Planning tracked 2 groups of people over 5 years. Group 1 budgeted religiously. Every dollar tracked, every category monitored. Group 2 automated their savings and never looked at a budget once. After 5 years, Group 2 had saved 37% more. Not because they earned more, not because they wanted it more, because their system removed the human from the equation. That's why systems beat budgets. Every single time. You are the problem, not your spending, not your salary, your decision-making. Every budget is a bet that you'll make the right choice 100 times a month. Every system is a bet that you'll make one right choice once. Which bet sounds safer to you? But here's where it gets truly dangerous. Because everything I've told you so far, that's just the surface. The deepest problem with budgeting is something most financial gurus will never admit. Budgeting keeps you focused on defense. How do I spend less? How do I cut more? How do I sacrifice more? Except that's the wrong game entirely. The richest people in the world didn't get there by cutting coupons. They got there by playing offense. By increasing what comes in, not obsessing over what goes out. There's a ceiling to how much you can cut. You can't spend less than 0. But there's no ceiling to how much you can earn. So why does everyone keep telling you to cut expenses? Why does nobody talk about this? When you budget, you adopt a scarcity identity. You become the person who can't afford things, the person who checks prices, the person who says no. That identity shapes every decision you make, including the big ones, like whether to ask for a raise, whether to start that side business, whether to invest in yourself. Scarcity thinking doesn't just limit your spending, it limits your ambition. And there's data behind this. A Harvard Business School study found that people operating under a scarcity mindset scored 13 IQ points lower on cognitive tests. Not because they were less intelligent, because their brain was burning all its processing power on financial stress. You're literally making yourself dumber by obsessing over your budget. The irony is brutal. The tool you're using to get better with money is making you worse at thinking about money. So what actually works? 3 shifts. That's it. Shift 1. Automate everything. The moment income arrives, savings and investments move automatically. No decisions, no willpower, no app telling you you're over budget. You already saved. Now spend whatever's left. No guilt. Shift 2. Focus on the gap, not the budget. The gap is the difference between what you earn and what you spend. Don't shrink spending. Grow the gap. A $500 raise does more than 1,000 budget cuts. Shift 3. Change your identity. Stop saying I need to save more. Start saying I'm someone who builds wealth. That sounds like a small difference. It's not. Research from Stanford shows that identity-based behavior change is 3 times more durable than goal-based change. You don't need more discipline. You need a different story about who you are. 3 shifts. No spreadsheets, no categories, no guilt spiral every time you buy a coffee. So here's the uncomfortable truth. Every minute you spend tweaking your budget is a minute you're not spending building something that actually grows your income. Budgeting feels productive. It feels responsible. It feels like you're in control. But you're just rearranging deck chairs on a sinking ship. The ship isn't sinking because you bought too many lattes. It's sinking because you're playing defense in a game that rewards offense. And the worst part? Most people will hear this, agree with every word, and go right back to their budgeting app tomorrow. That's the part nobody tells you. Knowing the answer was never the hard part. Doing something about it is.